It's Viola doing part 6 of our KaiserOst Season 2 series. And tension starts rapidly building up between the Unifists and Europe as Russia claims parts of Ukraine, the Baltic, same with Germany. Germany claims Austria. Spain will have an election along with Hungary. Election is held in Spain. And Spain votes for the Unifist party, which turns into a Unifist state. And Hungary also does, believing that it has a right to retake its former territories, which starts to lead to a war as well. Somebody, not going to point fingers, but somebody who's really ginormous, lost the last war, wants everything back. And they do this, not going to point fingers, the strongest nation in this pack. Well, actually, second strongest. And well, that leads to them causing World War. No, I'm kidding. They cause it the Unifist Expansion War. And does it say as this war? Who knows? As they already have advances going on. And some forces are being sent to the front lines. And they probably regret leaving the American protection. But the Unifists were not surprised by this going to war, and they all had been prepared. With the German offensive into Poland beginning, and offensive into Portugal and Galicia, which leads to success. And an offensive that does that. Not really successful, but one offensive is made into Romania. Well, the Unifists offer Bulgaria money to join this war. So Bulgaria decides to join, seeing they can retake Dobruja, Macedonia, and parts of Thrace. And while the Germans start their offensive into here, quickly taking Prague and quickly surrendering the nation, as a lot of the people in that nation decide to align with them, with Russia starting its offensive into the Baltics, into Poland, and one into Ukraine. And while Persia, or Iran, launches an offensive here, with an offensive being launched by Bulgaria against Turkey. And while France launches a counterattack, the first counterattack by this alliance is made by France, which is into the Rhineland, which Germany doesn't really need because it just got back in Denmark. With Serbia doing one, and well, that's pretty much all. As Russia and Germany quickly connect both fronts up and do this. With all the stronger nations in this area struggling due to the wars. To get more resources in, Iran decides to invade Syria. And Syria in this timeline looks really weird. It looks like a square compared to our timeline. And well, they land in Cyprus. And well, Romania crumbles. Oh wait, forgot to liberate that quickly. With Germany getting pushed back into Austria by Italy. And while France continues its offensive on this front line, quickly yielding to that being occupied. With Hungary launching its Slovakia offensive. And well, this is what Poland looks like at this point, with Poland's weakness being seen and them falling. And well, Turkey is forced to fall. And so is them. With Britain and France launching offensives, with France pushing back and Britain landing in Galicia and Portugal to push the Spaniards back. And well, this offensive yields quite a few impressive results. And well, Spain is basically forced out of the war quick. With Germany launching a counter-offensive in the west, pushing them back to here. And they quickly move up into Denmark. And while Romania and Ukraine starts to surrender. And once they surrender, that's what it looks like. With a stalemate being achieved across all fronts, with nobody able to advance anymore. And you can see, not much is happening. Although, China, for some reason, sneaks an annexation of this. but they don't annex Tibet yet with the Asian spear. With them trying to stop Iran by getting Saudi Arabia to join the war, which makes a pretty impressive offensive against Iran, but not enough for Iran to need to pull a bunch of troops over to stop. With Iran quickly kicking Saudi Arabia out. And well, at this point, they're free run on this front. Seeing India may invade them, Afghanistan, and well, Myanmar decide to join the alliance, which leads to Thailand's decision to join. And well, they got pretty much all of this region of the world. Well, not much happens in the war front line. Down in South America, we don't see much either. I'm trying to think of what I can do. With South Africa, like some people in South Africa declare their independence, as South Africa is in a big, massive economic slump and its military falls apart. So Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, and Mozambique decide to join. Like, exit the country, like leave. And there's nothing South African can do due to the current situation. Revolution failing because there wasn't enough people, which led an easy take back by South Africa. Well, as you can see, not much is going on in Africa. And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but non-daily subscribe. Bye, guys!